everyone, it's Laura here from PreQuilt, and I have a special video here to show you how you can use PreQuilt to fussy cut all your favorite fabrics for your Kinship quilt. So I have loaded the add-on here that we have at PreQuilt. There are lots of videos on our YouTube channel showing how you can subscribe and how you can add this add-on that has been built specifically for Kinship. And this video is just going to show you how you can really fine-tune your fussy cutting and be able to create your own special Kinship quilt. So I have here been really inspired by what Angie's been doing. So I've recreated the first two blocks that she's done. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use PreQuilt to visualize your fussy cutting. Because a lot of these fabrics are so beautiful. They only have one or two of the motifs that you'd like to fussy cut. So it's really great to be able to see how they would work in PreQuilt. So I've already preloaded the fabric swatches for that I'd like to use, and in the description of this video, I'll give you links on how you can do that in our help guides. But let's just dive in. So I'm gonna be fussy cutting the third block here. So when I go to the quilt, it'll say Kinship number 3, and I'm going to edit the block. So it's all already set to the preloaded color schemes of the quilt pattern, but I'm gonna override it to really showcase the fussy cutting capabilities. The first thing I'm gonna do is kind of hide the grid lines so we can really see the block itself, and I'm going to click on this large square. One of the things I want to highlight is that there's fabric links, which means that everything will be the same. If you change a fabric link, anything that's also using that same fabric link too will be changed. So I'm not wanting to change everything that's using fabric number 2. I just want to override this specific block to use what's called a static print, meaning that it will just be a one-off. So when I click on static prints, I'm going to see all the fabrics that I've already loaded into PreQuilt. And I want to create these little monkeys here in the two big squares. So by clicking select, it's going to pull up the fabric, and now I can just manipulate and fussy cut using the top and move left buttons. So I actually know that the monkey here that I want is to the left of here, and just by moving, I'm using the arrows on my keyboard for this fine tuning. Just by moving this, I can place my monkey just the way I'd like him to be. Okay, so there's one. And so I have my first monkey placed, and you can see this is the finished size, not the unfinished, not the cut size. And I'm going to do the same thing here to my other fabric, but I'm going to use the other monkey. And this is also helpful because I only have a fat quarter of this. I only have these two monkeys. And I know that that one is actually below here. So I can just again use the arrows to manipulate the fabric so that it is just the way I want it to be. Maybe I want it to be a little bit lower here on this one. Okay, great. So now I have my two monkeys in the two opposite corners. I'm gonna click the quick save because the fussy cut blocks take a little bit more time. I'm gonna save it so I don't lose anything. And the next thing I want to do is in these blue squares, which indicate that these are all the same fabric, I actually want to put in some black and white stripes. So So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to actually hit the shift button and click all 4 of these. So I want them to make the same change on all 4 of them. And again, I'm going to go to the static prints, and I'm going to select my black and white stripes, and I'm going to hit select. So they come in up and down, and I actually want to rotate them so that they're on the diagonal. So down here I can rotate by 45 degrees, and there they come in on that angle. That's perfect. That's exactly how I like them. But see how I have here the 2 blocks kind of continuing? I actually would like to swap it so that the blocks are diagonal to each other. So I'm going to deselect here and just click on, actually I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to just rotate the blocks. Whoops, it only did it to 1 because I forgot to click shift. So I'm going to click on the other one and just rotate the block around. So now we have this diagonal block for the black and white fabric. And I'm going to do the same thing for the remaining. I'm going to click shift so I actually make the change to all of them. And I'm going to do that with the pink and red. Hit select. Again, they come up and down. And so I'm going to rotate these by 45. And I actually, oh, that's not the right way. I'd like them to go kind of through to one another instead of the same direction as the black and white. So I'm actually going to rotate it by 135, and that's where I would get my fabric. Now see here, you can see this this line here. That's actually where the 2 edges of the fabric swatch meet. So I'm going to move the fabric so that this kind of moves out of the way. Nope, I'm going to move it left so it's out. Now you can just see the fabric itself. And it also is made that sharp point there as well, which is really nice. I'm gonna, yep, right there. So I'm going to deselect, and that means that nothing is selected. And then I'm gonna do that same thing again where I want to rotate the fabric so that these 2, I'm gonna click shift, that these 2 are not continuous, they're on the opposite end. So I'm just, whoops. There we go. I'm going to rotate that, and now it goes from red to red, red to red. Okay, so now I have my block. I love this, and it's gotten me really excited to go and make it. And when I click Save to Quilt, you can see that new updated block with our monkeys now. All right, don't forget to save your entire quilt as well. And that gets us to block number 3 of Kinship with a really amazing fussy cut motif. All right, thanks so much. Bye.